Emma was getting ready to go home after spending the long weekend with her friends in town. She was very tired and sleepy, and confused about being back in the quiet and dark little town where she lives. The arrival of the train was announced, and Emma hurriedly got on board and looked for a place to sit. When Emma managed to find a seat, it wasn't long before she fell asleep quickly after feeling rested and relaxed. But she was suddenly awakened in the middle of the night by a strange sound coming from the hallway. Emma panicked when she couldn't move or scream, and found herself tightly clamped to the seat. Suddenly, a strange figure appeared in front of Emma, speaking in a frightening roar and carrying a sharp knife. Emma could not scream or move, and felt herself turning to stone as the unknown person advanced towards her. After the person approached, he started shouting at her loudly and stabbing her with a knife. And when things were getting worse, the door opened and one of the other occupants appeared, shouting, "What's going on here?" The perpetrator quickly fled and Emma shivered with terror. Once the other passengers got in and learned what had happened, they decided to help her, and they all talked about being safe and comfortable until they reached the station. Emma never forgot this incident, and it had been haunting her in her dreams for years, and she never knew what happened to that mysterious figure who caused such intense fear. After the terrible accident she witnessed on the train, Emma couldn't stop thinking about what had happened, and she went over that night over and over again. She begins to suffer from insomnia and nightmares involving the same mysterious man who appeared on the train. In the weeks that followed, Emma began to notice something strange happening in her home. As things moved and doors and windows opened for no reason, she begins to feel trapped by an evil force that she cannot explain. As time passed, Emma began to feel that she was being pursued by a scary figure, and she was receiving strange and terrifying messages on her mobile phone. And she began to be afraid to leave the house and go to work, and she became living in a state of constant fear and suspicion. One day, Emma receives a strange message informing her that the mysterious man who appeared on the train is following her and trying to take revenge on her. When she went to the police to report the incident, she was surprised that they did not find any evidence of the existence of the mysterious man. In the end, Emma could not stand the stress he was being subjected to, and decided to move to a new home somewhere else. Although she tries to forget, she never forgets that horrible train accident and the fears she had afterward. After Emma moves into a new home elsewhere, she feels relief for a while, but the nightmares and bad thoughts never leave her. One night, while she was relaxing in the sitting room, she heard a strange sound coming from outside the house. When she got close to the window to check, she saw a man in black walking towards the house, and Emma realized that this was the mysterious man who had appeared on the train. When I tried to call the police, the connection was suddenly cut off. Focusing on keeping her calm and thinking about how to protect herself, Emma decided to call some close friends for help. At that time, I heard another sound coming from behind, and when I turned back, I discovered that the mysterious man had entered the house. In a moment of panic, Emma decided to run away from the house and quickly moved towards the door. The moment she got close, the mysterious man lunged towards her and tried to attack her, but she managed to escape from his grasp and flee abroad. As soon as she reached the street, Emma screamed for help. In an instant, the police car arrived and managed to arrest the mysterious man. Upon investigation, it was revealed that he was a mentally ill person who had been tracking Emma for inexplicable reasons. And when he was caught, Emma became relieved and freed from the fear that was haunting her, and though she tries to forget, she never forgets those terrifying nights on the train in her old house, and learns a valuable lesson about being careful and making sure she's safe at all times. After the terrible accident that Emma witnessed in her old house, in which she was stalked and threatened by the mysterious man, Emma decided to move to a new house in a safer area. She hoped to get rid of bad thoughts and nightmares that haunted her. But the new life was not as easy as she expected. In the weeks following the move, Emma begins to notice a similarity between her new home and her old one. As she begins to hear strange noises coming from the upstairs loft late at night, Emma was starting to get anxious and scared, and was afraid to go upstairs to check on what was going on. One night, while she was relaxing in the drawing room, she heard a strange noise coming from the loft. And when she decided to go upstairs to be sure, she was horrified when she saw a figure dressed in black coming towards her. In a moment of panic, Emma decides to run away from home and go to her friend's house nearby. Once there, she felt relieved and safe, and decided to call the police to report the accident. After investigation, it was revealed that the new house Emma had moved into had witnessed a horrible murder in the past, and that the person she had seen was a ghost that had been roaming the house ever since. Emma has discovered that she lives in a haunted house, and that all the strange sounds and occurrences she heard were due to the presence of the ghost. Although she was terrified, Emma decided to find a way to deal with the ghost and free the house from its presence. After many attempts and research, Emma was able to find a way to talk to the ghost and deliver her message to him. In the end, Emma manages to convince the ghost to leave the house, and she returns to her normal life without any strange events. She taught Emma a valuable lesson about believing in the good and challenging fears and negative thoughts, and that a lot can be achieved when we challenge fears and work hard to achieve our goals. Thank you for watching this video. If you have reached this stage, you are the owner of beautiful eyes. Put a comment and press the like button. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel. I swear it is completely free.